Hi everyone, this is Rebecca Keppel. I'm here for ThermWeb today on the ThermWeb YouTube channel. We are super excited to release the brand new Gina K Designs for ThermWeb StampnFoil line. So these are the StampnFoil Mates detail sheets, the clear stamps, her inks from a prior release, and I'm just going to show you how to do some multicolor stamping on these foil mate detail sheets. So I like to use a stamp positioner for this. It makes it a lot easier because I am going to be doing some layered stamping. And to achieve the multicolor effect, I am going to use the Gina K Designs for ThermWeb inks, which are cubes, which makes this really easy to do. So I have the Butterfly Kisses stamp set and detail sheets from the StampnFoil release, and I'm inking up all three butterflies first with the Wild Dandelion ink, and then I'm going to take a coordinating color like the orange, the sweet mango, or the passionate pink, and I'm just going to stamp it a little bit around the edge, and you can see you get that really fun multicolor look without even doing the layered stamping. So I am going to add the detail stamps on top of that with a third color. And I do have a little makeup applicator there that is just to either add some color or take it away on this stamp when I need to. Now I'm going to add in the darkest color for those detailed images of the butterflies on top. I think I used Wild Lilac and I think Turquoise Sea on one, and you can see you get this really pretty effect. So the next thing I'm going to do is tear little pieces of the brand new ThermWeb purple tape. This purple tape is great for crafters. It will keep your dies in place and it will peel back really nicely because it's not super tacky, so it won't ruin your detail sheets or any other type of paper crafting that you're going to be doing where you need to tape things down. So I've lined up my coordinating dies for the Butterfly Kisses line, and I'm going to keep the tape on the die because I'm going to cut out the rest of those images as well. Next, I'm heating up my laminator. I have it good and hot, and you can see I've cut out a bunch of butterflies and flowers. I'm going to line up everything that I'm going to foil with a particular color. These are all going to be foiled with a green foil, so I want to keep them all together inside a parchment sandwich. I'm using the glitter green Gina K Designs for ThermWeb foil sheets. I put it inside the parchment sandwich and I put a piece of cardstock on the back just to keep the pressure nice and even. And I run it through my laminator, and you can see that the black toner lines that were left behind are now covered with the green foil. I'm going to do the same with some of Gina's new colors. There's a really pretty pink glitter, orange glitter, and blue glitter. Now I'm going to create some sentiments that I'm going to cut with the Gina K Designs for ThermWeb rectangle dies. So I can fit two rectangles on this 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch piece of white cardstock that I have cut. So I'm going to line up two different sentiments. I'm using some of the sentiments from Butterfly Kisses, and then I'm going to use some of the sentiments from Where Flowers Bloom as well. So this way I have a couple of sentiments to choose from, and I'll be able to make several cards all at once just by putting together all of those stamped, foiled, and die cut images along with these die cut sentiments. So now that my sentiments are stamped, I'm going to grab my purple tape once again. This way I can line my rectangles right where I want them and make sure that they run through my die cut machine nice and straight. And this way I have the sentiment exactly where I want it. You can see that I'm leaving a little room on top because I'm going to put my images up there. Now I'm going to take the Memory Runner XL and adhere that little rectangular sentiment to some purple cardstock. I'm going to use the ThermWeb 3D Zots on the back of the purple cardstock. That will pop that up on a piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch white cardstock. This is also from Gina K Designs for ThermWeb. And then I'm going to adhere my images. So I have one of the leaves from the Where Flowers Bloom set, and then I have two of the StampnFoil and die cut flowers. And you can see those multicolored stamped images look really, really pretty. It adds just another level of interest to what is already a pretty fabulous look with the stamping and the foiling. I'm going to do the same thing for a second card panel, only this time I'm going to pop up the sentiment rectangle on top of some pink cardstock, and then I'm going to pop that up as well. So you can really play with dimension with these. These rectangles are really easy to layer. And then those StampnFoil details with the flowers and the leaves and the butterflies are really fun to put on top. Once you have all of that stamping and foiling and die cutting work done, and you have piles of those images to work with, these cards come together really, really quickly. So you see that I'll be able to make 3 cards in a matter of minutes because I did all the heavy lifting at the beginning of this video. So I'm going to double layer some dimensional adhesive on that pink flower. On this one, I am not going to use dimensional adhesive on any of the cardstock here. I'm going to just layer the sentiment rectangle over a pink, over an orange, and then over my 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch white piece of cardstock. I'm doing no dimension on these because I'm going to have these butterflies really popped up. So I'm going to cut a 3D Zot in half and layer that half piece of 3D Zot behind that little butterfly that is flying. For this butterfly, I'm going to bend the wings up, and I'm just going to put some Memory Runner XL behind the body of the butterfly. Anything that's sticking between the openings, I'm just going to move with my fingernail down to the cardstock, and then I'm just going to press down in the center and lift up on the wings. Now these 3 card panels are ready to make into cards. So I have 3 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch top folding note cards, and I'm going to adhere my card panels down to my card bases. Again, this is all white cardstock from Gina K Designs for Therm, and that's it. That's 3 cards in a matter of minutes with some really cool multicolor stamping on the StampnFoil Gina K Designs for Therm new release, the StampnFoil details, stamps, and dies. So I hope you'll give this technique a try. It is super fun, and you can really make any color combinations that you love. All the products that I've used today will be linked down below. I want to thank you so much for stopping by today. Have a wonderful day.